What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Miguelito To Toe, the channel where we talk about the biggest stories in boxing and the people behind the gloves. Today's episode isn't about a championship fight or a knockout. It's about one of the most unbelievable stories in the sport. A boxer who fought his way to the top in England, but still doesn't have a country he can officially call his own. This is the story of Bilal Fawaz. Who is Bilal Fawaz? Bilal Fawaz was born in Nigeria to a Lebanese father and a Beninese mother. At just 14 years old, he was trafficked to the United Kingdom and later recognized as a victim of modern slavery. Instead of letting those hardships define him, he found boxing. The sport became his escape, his purpose, and eventually his career. Fawaz rose through the amateur ranks and accomplished what many young fighters only dream about. He became an English amateur champion and represented England in competition. For many people, that would seem like the beginning of a successful professional career. But behind the scenes, another fight was unfolding. The passport problem. Even though Bilal lived in Britain for years and represented England in boxing, he wasn't recognized as a British citizen. His birth records and nationality became incredibly complicated. Nigeria reportedly did not recognize him as a citizen. Lebanon also had no record confirming citizenship through his father. That left Bilal in an almost unimaginable position. He was effectively stateless. Without a recognized nationality, obtaining a passport became nearly impossible. At one point, immigration authorities even detained him while trying to determine where he could legally be sent. Eventually, a judge ruled there were no lawful grounds to continue detaining him because no country would accept him. Finally, becoming a professional. Despite years of uncertainty, Bilal never gave up. He was eventually granted permission to live and work in the United Kingdom. That opened the door for him to finally turn professional. Since then, he continued chasing his dream inside the ring while still dealing with legal hurdles outside of it. Why this matters for boxing. Many fans assume that if you represent England, you're automatically British. That's simply not how citizenship works. Representing a country in amateur sports doesn't automatically grant you nationality. A passport is tied to citizenship, and citizenship follows immigration and nationality laws, not athletic success. This has had a real impact on Bilal's career. Without a British passport, international travel becomes much more difficult. That means fewer opportunities to fight overseas, building his profile, and maximize his earning potential. For a professional boxer, that's a massive disadvantage. The boxing community speaks out. Promoters and boxing figures, including Eddie Hearn, have publicly called for Bilal's situation to be resolved. Many within the sport believe someone who has contributed so much to British boxing deserves a clear path towards citizenship. His story has become bigger than boxing. It's now a conversation about immigration, modern slavery, statelessness, and how athletes can sometimes fall through the cracks of complicated legal systems. What's next? Bilal is reportedly on a long term route towards permanent settlement in the UK. If everything goes according to plan, he could eventually become eligible to apply for British citizenship and finally receive a British passport. Until then, he'll continue fighting both inside and outside the ring. Bilal Fawaz's story reminds us that not every fight happens under bright lights. Some battles happen in courtrooms, some happen with paperwork, and some take years longer than anyone could imagine. No matter what happens next, Bilal has already shown the determination and resilience that define true fighters. Hopefully, the day comes when the only thing people are talking about is what he does inside the ring. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you like the video, subscribe to Miguelito To Toe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another boxing story. I'm Miguelito, and remember, protect yourselves at all times, and I'll catch you on the next one.